I think I might have misspoke yesterday because I think today is day 21 of Whole30. And we got through my son's performance. Tomorrow we're going to be in a parade. I am not looking forward to it. I don't like big crowds of people, but he wants to participate with his school, so he's going to be in it. I'm playing some bowls, sound bowls, and get myself ready for sleep. My cat is mesmerized by the sound bowls. Like, it's freaking him out. Look at this. Look at this. He's totally watching. He's totally watching the sound bowls. Anytime I play sound bowls, like while I'm like, I usually play it during focusing time or something when I'm working, or they're kind of relaxing, good meditation music. It like puts him on high alert. He's like, "What's that? What's that?" So it's, I think the vibration really kind of trips him out. But yeah, I just been binge watching like Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary stuff because there's all these like big time celebrities were on the show, and a lot of these comedians of the past reminded me of my childhood, and it's great to see them again. And it's like, oh yeah, they're still alive. Yeah, they're still doing things. That's cool. So, some things are really funny. Like, I was cracking up at, I think her name is Jenny McCarthy. She did this one skit where she was threatening someone in the car. Just it makes me laugh even more when the cast breaks character and they can't help but to laugh too, because some of the stuff that they do is so outlandish that they can't hold it in, and it just makes me laugh even further. But laughter is so good. I just kind of wanted to veg out. Yeah. Sometimes I realize, well, I'm starting to realize, like, if something's really kind of chaotic and dysfunctional, I don't want to be a part of it. I feel like I had a lot of that with my work, and like anything that's kind of heading in that direction, I'm feeling more inclined to kind of step back and step away. And I had an experience like that today that was like reminding me, maybe I need to put my energy somewhere else, because I think my help is not as appreciated as I thought it would be, because I think people want to stay in their way. So I'm okay with that. I have plenty of other things to do and take care of, so I can reshift my focus onto other things and let them do things the way they want to do it. Yeah, being more intentional about my energy, my focus. I have not been a good steward of resting. I know that was my challenge that my therapist is asking me to do, is get better sleep, be more intentional in resting. And I guess resting to me is vegging out in front of the TV, but that's not really helpful. I can't wait for this Whole30 to be over with. I just want some rice. I mean, I know it's going to be a while for me to have dairy again, But I would like some bread. I would like some French fries. I would like some rice. I would like a cookie. I would like sugar again. So I think after this I'll do 3 weeks of being vegan, and then I will have to pump up my exercise routine, because if I'm bringing all the sugar and carbs back, I really gotta make sure I'm working out. I did not run. I just stayed in bed a lot later, and I don't know, I'm just contemplating this rest thing. I don't think I'm getting the balance of it right. How do I accomplish things I want to accomplish and still rest? I'm struggling with it. So it's either my form of rest is like procrastinating, and it's just not. It's not what I should be doing. So I will eventually figure it out. But I think I kind of just vegged out today because of just the way the day went. I mean, my son's performance was fine, but the dance choreographer, her approach was there were some issues with her approach. And then on the day of the performance, she doesn't come. She has another commitment, so she's not even there to perform on the day of the performance. She's there on the day for 45 minutes to help them rehearse, and then dips out. So she's not even there to continue through to the end of the performance, even though this is her choreography. Like, who does that? Who puts something together and then decides that I'm going to just not show up for the performance? I'm trying to show my son how to stay committed to something, and yet the person who's actually teaching the dance is not even committed to even being there. She's like, oh, I have another commitment with my dance company. It sounded like a rehearsal, like she wasn't performing. It would be different if she was performing somewhere, but she was going to a rehearsal, so she couldn't. Anyway, whatever it was, I was just like done with done with that, done with her. I'm like, that's why. Me as a teacher, I would never do that to my kids. I don't care how small the group is. If this is something that I'm putting together and helping them through, I go through it to the end. But not everybody's like that, so it is what it is. But I don't like dealing with people like that. And choreography was really complicated. She wasn't making movements relevant to the age group of the kids, so they weren't able to follow along. She made one girl cry today. I mean, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. But this is not my program, so I have to let people run it the way they want to run it. And, even though I have done education and there's a lot of things I've seen that are kind of problematic, I realize I need to step back out of this, because there's not a lot of the structural changes that need to happen from the leadership of the group. They're not being proactive enough to make those changes. And so, me being the alpha personality I feel inclined to help and try to help solve the problem, but it's not my role, not my responsibility. That's up to the leadership responsibility to do those things. I can just offer advice, but if they don't act on that advice, I have to let them run it the way they run it. So what I'm probably going to have to do is step all the way back out of this and let them figure that out. And then when they figure it out, I'll come back and support at a later time, and just really just refocus my energy on just other volunteer commitments and let them do what they need to do, because after this performance and the way this thing was run, I don't want to be in the middle of that ever again. I had to stop the director from. She was gonna have the kids do face painting right before they perform, and we had an hour before our performance. So these kids are all under like 7 years, like 6, 7 years old, from 7 to 1 years old. And kids touch their face and then they're gonna smear it all over their clothes, and they're wearing nice clothes for the performance. I'm like, this is a horrible idea. Why would she think it makes sense to do something like that right before we go on stage? So that they would mess up their clothes, they would probably mess up their face. Oh, it was giving them something to do. They have plenty to do in the room already. There's no reason why they need, like even the other parents agreed, like, yeah, we don't think that's necessary. But she was bent on doing what she wants to do. So luckily we didn't do it. But this is someone who was supposed to be rolling off of the work and letting the new leadership take over, and she has not allowed people to even do any programming, lead any classes, or insert any ideas that are in terms of like the curriculum and the programming, and like the structure is like been like an uphill battle. There's not a lot of flexibility, so I just don't feel like this is something I need to be doing right now. So I'm gonna pull back, and I'm gonna let my son, be a part of the programming, but I'm not gonna be doing the teaching part of that. I'm gonna pull back. I think it's best for me to fall back on this and let them figure out what they want to do. Yeah. And it kind of made it clear for me, and just how I felt about everything today. The programming was off. They were behind schedule. I talked to the person who was producing and coordinating the schedule for the event, and I was able to negotiate pulling the time up for the kids, because the kids had been there since 2:00. They weren't scheduled to be on until 5. They're tired. They're getting antsy. And it's like, they may have gone later. They were going to go later than 5 because they hadn't even started the program until 5. And they were supposed to be like 4 other things going on before that. And I was just like, can we move them a little higher up ahead of another group, just so that they can so we're not too far behind schedule? And I kind of said, and so I'm thinking, oh yeah, I helped everybody out. I'm telling the director, look, I helped them move it up so we can keep staying on schedule. Why can't, and then she just pushes back, like, why can't we just let things just be what they be? You guys just need to relax. They can wait. And I'm like, you're not really understanding what's happening here. And I'm actually trying to be helpful, and you don't think I'm being helpful here. Because the program actually had us going ahead of another group, but the back of house program was wrong and flipped the wrong way. So I was actually benefiting everyone by following the program. I was like, you know what? After that, I was just like, okay, you don't want my help. You don't appreciate my help. You don't want my help. You want to do things your way, even if it's dysfunctional. I even donated paint to the class because they were using paint that was permanent and getting on the kids' clothes and stuff. You don't give elementary kids acrylic paint. So I was like, okay, my son has tempera. I'll bring some tempera paint for younger kids, because if it gets on their clothes and hands, it comes off pretty easily. It's non-toxic. Acrylics are more for adult paints. It's like, Anyway, I don't need that level of stress. So I'm pulling out, and I let them run it. And then now I gotta do the school thing and be in a parade tomorrow. Luckily, this is not associated with church, so I can leave that alone and just do the school thing. But I think that's why I was just kind of like vegging out today, because I just needed to kind of decompress and laugh and let go. So I'm complete now. Bye-bye.